Hey world, I'm Legend Knight, and this is Collect Call with my dad, Suge Knight. What you are about to hear is conversations, raw and uncut, about the life of my father and our family legacy moving forward, and his wisdom and experiences over time. He will be honest, vulnerable, and express his state of mind with you on this podcast series. We will be answering everything that you guys want to know, no filter and no lies. History will be made. On Collect Call with my dad, Suge Knight. Love you, twin.
This Suge Knight. Day is Saturday. And I woke up with a lot on my mind. You know, when I was young, I used to say a lot of little shit. And I say stuff like if. When people say if, I say, well, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. And that was the joke. Or if was a fifth, we all be drunk. Right? Now I'm a grown ass man. If our paths are a little different, or we put our culture and our people and God first, the outcome will be better for us. Like, if my mother would have had abortion, I wouldn't be here. If my father wouldn't have stayed home and made sure I was able to go to school, I wouldn't be the man I became. If we all understood what we were trying to achieve in life, it would be unbelievable. If games would have never started, it would be so strong, so powerful, and we would be making the world a better place. That's the United States. That's together. If there was no games. Because when you think about games, especially on the West Coast, I can speak about because that's where I was born and raised. If a man or a young man was going to be a great athlete, a great fighter, a great shooter, a great game member, or whatever, he was going to be great whatever he chose to do because he had it in him that God blessed him. And if we didn't pick, well, most of us, we didn't pick like where we grew up at. If my parents bought a house in Compton, I'm from Compton. If their parents bought a house in Watts, they from Watts. Or South Central, or Inglewood, or Long Beach, or wherever. This was the environment that we was born in. Our stupidity made us learn to hate each other without knowing each other because we from different neighborhoods. So gangs destroyed a lot of things still do today. And when you really look at it, it's a situation where some guys would have been a better basketball player maybe than Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson or Kobe Bryant or Lebron. But we never got a chance to find out because either they got killed with gang activities or got shot and couldn't play anymore. Or ended up in prison. Same thing with some of the football players who were better than OJ or Gale Sayers or Walter Payton. Jim Brown, or some of the doctors could never get any credit or enough money how they keep saving our lives and they could live longer. If we wouldn't allow the people to turn us against each other, East Coast, West Coast, down South, Midwest, even before we got to those things, what about Eazy would have listened to me, it would have been ruthless, death row. But listen to this. Listen how this sounds. Ruthless, death row, bad boy, cash money, murder inc, G Unit, Rockefeller. It's a long list. A long list of strong black men. So when gang stuff started, that started taking lives turning everybody against each other. And yeah, there was drugs. Crack cocaine came. And if there was no crack cocaine, there would still be mothers and fathers at home to raise these kids. If there was no crack cocaine, you wouldn't go into prison forever, or getting found in their trunk, or their car tied up stinking. Or there wouldn't be women who had to be prostitutes. It's a lot. It all became from crack cocaine. You notice, there are a lot of drug dealers employed from because they keep bringing down our community. You have a drug dealer, and for every 100 lives he destroyed, he makes $1. So you got a few people getting rich, but cost the whole community to be poor. Now, I started some in the music business. I thought it was incredible. I know it was great. I stopped people from coming to prison, or going to prison. It's a lot of stuff you don't realize. A lot of my homies and people I knew who've been spending the rest of their life in prison, if it wasn't me and my money getting the best lawyers. Or when they was in prison, they had to ask me to make sure they had a package or tennis shoes or food to eat. I didn't do it out of fear. Only person I fear is God. I did it out of love. Now, if we can't turn it back to hands of time, time is the only thing that man can't control. They control everything that possibly can be done, but they can't stop time. Because time waits on no one. So what needs to be said to help the culture of our people, the culture of hip-hop, time is now to make it better. Same thing with the athletes. We got to stop letting people erase history and make it what they want to be. All these culture vultures. Culture vultures is a man who's not from the culture or a different race of you, and he wants to keep you in slavery by manipulating everybody against each other. I wasn't born privileged. I wasn't born on third base and thought I hit a triple. I had to get to the park. Then I had to get my ass on the plate, and I had to go for self. Besides that, it's never too late to fix the situation. If you're not talking to make better changes for everyone, you're just talking to be talking. You're shit. You're not trying to help the shit. You're just saying bullshit. Bullshit is not valued to no one. When you look at all these things that goes on, everybody having the same ending. Most people out there is miserable. It's miserable because we keep erasing history, allowing somebody to erase history.
Hey, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, but when I was coming up the ranks, money wasn't constantly flowing as fast as my dreams were. I used to wish there was a way I could get some financial momentum without so much stress. I wish we had something like earning back in those days. I mean, let's be real. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should you payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with earning. I know you're wondering what earning is. Well, it's an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck. Then get your money as you work. There are no mandatory fees to you. You just get to enjoy your money earlier. Any money you access is automatically repaid from your next paycheck. You never know when something might pop up, and Earnin can help you out. Sometimes I like to surprise my fiance Brett with gifts when she's least expecting it. So join Earnin's over 3.5 million customers who have made the app a part of their financial routine. Download Earnin today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, type in Collect Call under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. That's Collect Call under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, location, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC. What's going on? It's Dave Mays from Collect Call with Suge Knight. Here's a lowdown on Prize Picks, the go-to for daily fantasy sports, shaking up how we enjoy and interact with the games we love. The NBA playoffs are underway, so is the new MLB season, and with Prize Picks, you can use your sports smarts to turn predictions into cash. Think you've got the skills? Prove it. With Prize Picks, $10 could become $1,000 with just 4 smart picks across the NBA, NHL, or Major League Baseball. It's you against the stats. No massive competition, just your choices. So check this out. I bet on Kyrie Irving to score over 26 points last game, and he delivered. That's the buzz of Prize Picks. Testing your sports knowledge and making it count. So download the app today and use code SUGE for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code SUGE for a first deposit match up to $100. Don't miss out. Lead the charge, share your wins, and tag at Prize Picks. Let's earn together. Peace.
A lot of these young generations don't know who Jackie Robinson is. Jackie Robinson, a black man, one of the best baseball players who ever did it. He opened the doors for all people to play baseball that was not white. There was a football player named Gale Sayers. Oh man, one of the best athletes in the world. He would run running back, he would run kickoffs back. He was unbelievable. They made a movie out of it. His best friend was a white guy named Piccolo.
This is a story about 2 men. They competed for the same job. One was white, the other black. One liked to talk a lot.
You said, uh-huh.
The other was shy as a 3-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
These young people need to watch that movie. Honor that great man. Jim Brown was an incredible running back that we all know. I want to get with got a lot of these athletes and start some lacrosse in the ghetto and the inner cities. Jim Brown was the best lacrosse player that ever played the game, and no one knows. Everyone has an opinion about OJ. Most people are scared to speak on OJ because they don't want to get what they call that racist term, blackball. OJ Simpson was one of the best athletes that ever did it at SC, NFL. If it weren't for OJ making athletes ever get endorsements, Michael Jordan would have Jordan tennis shoes. Magic Johnson would be in the business he in today. Lebron James would have shoes. We can go on and on and on. But it was because of OJ. All the commercials. This guy was so incredible as a running back. This guy broke records. Would take people an extra 3 or 4 games. He did it less. He would make these decisions when they can really tackle and hit and try to hurt the running back. Hit with the helmet, get below the knees, all those type of things. The way the sports was back in the day in the NFL is considered almost like flag today. Those guys was really trying to hurt each other. But OJ did a great thing for a lot of people, but it's overshadowed by the shit that he was acquitted for. At the same time, OJ brought his woman, his wife, family, a business, and a house. And we all feel bad because she passed away. But according to OJ and everyone else, she had a very, 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 very bad drug problem. But still, I'm quite sure myself and everybody else still feel bad that she had to pass away. But basically what I'm trying to say is, OJ loved this woman so much. He could have any woman he wanted. But love has a way of letting a man know he loves who he loves. And OJ loved her. Regarding OJ did a speech and said she was cheating on him with Marcus Allen, or she was here, or she was there, or she was doing this. He still loved her. For it's a guy at a busboy who left the restaurant, you know that's OJ's wife. You know what they're trying to work out. But he didn't deserve to lose his life.
I'll be there, boom.
Be there.
Okay. All right, we asked the ladies what their impressions were of you when they talked to you on the phone, Ron, and here's what they said. One of them said, rough, wild, and oh, so sexy. Second lady said, this guy is mucho macho.
But at the same time, you being real disrespectful, like, ha, 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 I'm gonna go fuck OJ's wife. That being said, is that we judge before we really know the truth. OJ did incredible things for our community, for our people. And the one thing they said that OJ did wrong, he got acquitted for. So now you want us to believe that if, once again, if the courts says you're free, they found you not guilty. So we had a right to say he's guilty. Well, if that's the case, they forced and made me into a deal in a situation where I was definitely innocent. So since I'm innocent, I shouldn't be here. I'm kidnapped here. So we always put the word if there. But before you judge somebody, judge your motherfucking self. OJ was more hated because he was a talented, gifted young man that people considered he was a nice-looking young man. OJ was the guy that was great in sports, but he was also a handsome young man. OJ would have been an ugly motherfucker. There wouldn't be so many people jealous of him. So the better you look, the better you act, the better success you have. It's a lonely place because everybody's being at that point turns against you. They would lie on you. No, it's not true. There's some attention to put you down. If you ask some of the people who lie on me, and you say, well, what had Mr. Knight done for you? Oh, he did this for me. He did that for me. He bought me a car. He gave me opportunity. And then you say, what have you done for him? Besides, talk bad about the man. Why be jealous of the man?
Are you tired of the constant what should we have for dinner dilemma? I know I am, especially since my fiance Brett and I have very different dietary preferences. As a vegan, I often find myself tasked with deciding on 2 separate meals each night, which usually ends up being takeout. It's a convenient but unsatisfying and expensive way to go. Lately, however, Home Chef has been the better solution. If you're anything like us and looking for a more enjoyable and cost-effective way to have home-cooked meals without the stress of planning, I think you'll enjoy Home Chef too. One of the best things about Home Chef is its extensive variety. With over 30 options a week and a commitment to serving various dietary needs, you can find something that suits your taste and all your family members. The ordering process is simple, the delivery is speedy, and the cooking instructions are easy to follow. Brett lives for Mexican food, and so far she absolutely loves the one-pan turkey burrito skillet. She always upgrades to ground beef for, as she calls it, an extra flair. So for a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and, of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/Suge. That's homechef.com/Suge for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. You heard that right. homechef.com/Suge. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
You know, true, a lot been said about that song. But at the same time, one of the reasons I always put in my mind and my heart to want to see Snoop successful and have love for this guy. And I know I've been bringing him up lately, but it bothers me to the fact that how can you do something like that? How can you do something like that to me? How could you take a guy like Michael Harris, who started a lie? If this guy put money and did these things with Death Row, I would say it's true. But he did not. If he had anything to do with building Death Row or helping Death Row or having the names Death Row, I would say it's true. But it's not. But he was allowed to be in prison, get special treatment from the wardens, FBI, and spread these rumors. That was absolutely a lie. One of the reasons they let him out of prison, which I'm glad he did get out of prison, it wasn't because of Snoop. It's because being 137. One of the reasons my company ended up the way it ended up is, but even though it was all lies, they gave me a trustee for Death Row even before the court said I needed a trustee. And it was a former FBI agent by the name of Todd Nelson. When I met with Todd Nelson with a couple of other people, Todd Nelson knew from Virgil Roberts, who was involved, and said, hey, we know Lily Harris is lying. Virgil said, just give her a Louis Vuitton bag or some shit, go away. And they said it was going to show that they was lying and give me my company back. And they agreed. And Virgil Roberts knew because he knew for a fact they didn't give me a penny. They gave some money to get Griffey for a studio. He knew for a fact it was not Michael Harris money. They had all the phone calls and receipts of him borrowing money from different people and saying, you give me 25 grand, I give you back 50 grand. You give me 50 grand, I give you 100 grand, because he didn't have the bread. And by doing that, he used and lied about they get paid off of Death Row. Now, not only was that fucked up, I still did the right thing because I didn't want to see nobody locked up in prison. The one thing I did, I made sure that the truth came out when he was trying to get out. But also, Todd Nelson, when we asked about his affiliation to being a 137, Todd Nelson stated that Michael Harris was not his guy. He was not Michael Harris' handler. Michael Harris' handler was his good friend, who also was an FBI agent. So the deck was stacked against me. When all these things happened and went bad, I could have came out smelling like roses, but they would gave that man life without a death penalty. Because what they used against my lawyers on paper, the situation on paper, in writing, what they told the lawyers to tell his wife and other lawyers to stand down and let the procedures take place and work me. If they don't, they all have a new case. And that's what I'm saying. So when Snoop turned around and went on this mission and tried to say that F.O. is his and Michael Harris, that's when I drew the line. Now, true, there's a lot of talking going on. But when everybody talking and rewriting history, throwing me on the bus, so I'm supposed to accept it. I'm supposed to set the record straight and try to help all. I choose to set the record straight and help all. Because if you're going to tell your story, tell your story. But if it's about me and Death Row that I built, it should be my story.
Okay. And they're clearing everything out. Yeah. One of the employees saw the chains and said, we're not going to put these in storage. He sent them to me. I sold them. But I've asked him, like, whose were they? They were just, they were just in a storage.
Yeah. They were never issued out.
Yeah, and it never says
or taken back.
Exactly. And it would never say this was worn by this person or this chain was worn by that person. So I've never told anybody that bought a chain this was so-and-so's because I don't know. But
so when they gave the chains to you, you sold them. Did you give the money to Death Row?
Yes. The person sent me 4, said sell 3.
Not to Death Row, to the person that got him, that came up.
Yes. Yeah.
Who was that person?
Cedric Garland.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Suge assistant
That's
at
who
the time.
should.
It was a guy named Cedric. Cedric one told me about John the racist. He said John was a racist. Cedric was the guy that everybody knows and has been talking about how he was molesting all the little white boys and went to jail for it, and was, that was his thing.
I'll call you gay or homo or something like that.
That's how he knew John the racist. I learned something from OJ. Some guy stole OJ's, his property, his jerseys and footballs and stuff. The pimp guy said, OJ, somebody got your stuff, something that we're going to take you to it. We got guns and whatever. OJ goes there to get his own stuff back. Says he's OJ. They end up taking 9 years out the man's life. And the crazy thing about all that, the pimp guys got on the stand and cooperated with the prosecution. He got 0 time, and OJ got 9 years. Cedric stole my property, my death row chains and stuff out of my office. And you can hear what John said. How he took them and sold them and gave the money not to me, not to death row. He took stolen merchandise. Now, if I go get at him, I'll be like OJ, even though I'm right, because they're not going to make him answer for having stolen property or stealing property and selling it for his own profit because he's white. Same thing would happen to OJ. You have all these things that people have been saying. The people who even spoke on John the racist, first I thought they was talking about Dad's wife when they kept saying it. Then it was numbers. You know what I'm talking about. Kenya. The little girl always had all the love in the world for you. I'm the one person you can always count on. For you to go and say, fuck me, and you down with John the racist, that's a sad day for you. Same with the rest of them. Flex, Aaron, you still owe that money and country money and did you a favor. So how did you know John the racist? Since you know all that, run my bread back. He didn't get the money to me. He didn't get that stolen property. If he was a black man, he'd be in prison for it, in jail for it. But no, he won't, because he's not black. But at the same time, this man can speak of something and get people to speak for him that have nothing to do with death row. I'm going to tell you who I gave death row chains to. Dre had a death row chain. Snoop had a death row chain. Said the best of the best, Tupac had a death row chain. I had a death row chain. Dog Pound had dog paws, which was a great game. I think they especially made for those two dudes. Hen Dog had a death row chain. Bunchy had a death row chain. Neckbone had a death row chain. Taron had a death row chain. Lip had a death row chain. Rock had a death row chain. Cameron had a death row chain. OFTV really wasn't on death row, so they just had a all gold death row chain, no diamonds. That's it. Anything outside of that, you can come from the person who created that death row, that death row chain. There never was a label of no one else doing that before I started that. So anything with all these other dudes saying they was doing, don't believe them. You believe them, just believe them motherfucking liar. Now, I don't know why you mad at me. You should be happy for me. Your wife, the bitch you married, you got because of death row. The house you got is because of death row. Any business you started, it's because of death row. Your son, your babies, when you look at your son, that's a death row son. Because if it weren't for me in death row, you wouldn't have that son. Might sound cocky, but it's facts. It's true. So when you say your prayers at night, make sure you thank death row. Without death row, you wouldn't have shit. You wouldn't be shit. You wouldn't have nothing to talk about. You wouldn't have nothing to lie about. But the past is the past. We're going to move forward. Stop living in the past, that boys, or little boys, or whatever it may be. I'm out. Tell you what, I was born on the West Coast. West Coast was made me. I live for the West Coast. That's been said. It's a guy named L.A. Breeze who has all the potential in the world to only represent the West Coast, represent the world. So that's been said. He is L.A. Breeze. What's up, man?
What's going on, pimp? What we doing?
At the end of the day, shit, what we doing is you going for something to show the world how great you are. But at the same time, I'm with you, but you know, ain't no pimping on mine. I mean, for the taking, not the pimping.
Right. I got you. I got you.
Hey, man, but I'm excited for you to do your shit because, you know, like I said, boys out.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
The West is the best. So I definitely want to give it up to all the artists, regardless what neighborhood they from, regardless what they pushing. You know, the West is the West. I wish, shit, fuck what I'm talking about. At the end of the day, you show them how you do it and how y'all do it. That's what I mean.
All right. So we come with that shit like, I'm a product of a broken home. My papa was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, that made me head of the family. I know my real niggas understand me. Yeah, I'm a product of a broken home. My papa was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, that made me head of the family. I know my real niggas understand me. Yo, they assassinate my character, label me a Kennedy, drive-bys and ghetto birds, serenade my ghetto symphony. Heavy metal, Guns N' Roses, life auxiliary, connected to the plug via Wi-Fi capability. I'm isolated from snake niggas full of misery. When you deep-rooted, money trees fall consistently. Loyal to the soil, what pit of my solidarity. Focused on prosperity, nigga, the black bastard outcasted. Expectations outlasted. Fuck the world, I'm taking me backwards for progressions I have mastered too elusive for your cameras. I've come to this conclusion, nigga. Life is a bitch, so see rich off prostitution. Bitches blind to the fact that's already been proven. You can't knock the hustle, the traffic continue booming. Black or white, never gloomy. That's a never in between. Stand tall for what you believe. I made reality your dream, nigga. Listen, I'm in position trying to duck the shield. Robbing Peter, paying Paul every other bill. Never let them box me in, stay on my holy field, nigga. I maneuver through the sewers in the gutter still, nigga. Flaming doors on Coopterville, soft stripping, that's big swim. You can't pull out no pink slip, don't cop no wood grain steering wheel for real. No imitating big willies over here. Wrong or right, we play to keep the streets, shoot to kill. We used to move the pill, sold the weed, by the zone. I'm just a bastard child, no father figure home. Bitch, I'm grown. Papa was a rolling stone. Ay, product of a broken home. Ay, that made me head of the family. I know my real niggas understand me. Ay, I'm a product of a broken home, a product of a broken home. My papa was a rolling stone. My papa was a rolling stone. I know my real niggas understand me. Yeah, ay, you talking slick to a can of oil. Hey, I broke the bitch to find out if she loyal. Whoa, I don't love them, I just fucking feed them. Bruh, I'm at your neck if you ain't lost familiar. Game recognized, game, you niggas unfamiliar. Ironically, losses in life to pick how these niggas see us. Dual seaters, twin turbos, parallel by the quattro. Bitch, we came a long way from the gospel. Prayers to the apostle. I pray I'm forgiven for future sins committed. You breaking sweats, I'm breaking pockets, playing my opposition. At an arm's distance, the conditions of a have-not. No silver spoon, too ambitious, fuck your hand out. No father figure, so inconsistency stand out. Learn from niggas' mistake, that's what being a man's about. I'm on to the next, I'm good with X in my pass out. I smoke till I pass out, double up, then cash out. Park the glass house, buy that foreign on them double deuces. That's all wheels, burning rubbers, ball speakers booming. I isolate my moves to make these monumental movements. I get Scorsese on the phone, my life's a daily movie. Soundtrack that on ghetto birds, ambulance, baby mama stressing over bills and the cancer plans. Hand in hand with some grams swerving on chrome. Bastard child, no father figure home. Bitch, I'm gone. Papa was a rolling stone. Hey, product of a broken home. Hey, that made me head of the family. I know my real niggas understand me. I'm a product of a broken home. I'm a product. Huh? Okay.
You a star, man. Say something for your streams. You out of there. Guess what? And guess what? Man, your shit is, man, you the best. I'll tell you this. I'm still not in the motherfucking videos. I'm out.
Right, damn.